Hello students. Um, Today we start our next chapter, that is fourth chapter, motion in a plane. Okay. So in motion in a plane, the first topic is vectors and scalars. Okay. So in this class, I am going to explain these 6 topics. So that is what is a scalar and what is a vector and how we write the vector form. So that is vector notation and the graphical representation of a vector. So how we represent vector in graphical form, in line form. So and angle between two vectors. So how we measure the angle between two vectors and different types of vectors. Okay. In this class, I am going to explain these topics. Okay. Let's start. So now we define what is a scalar. So what is a scalar? Okay. So scalar is a physical quantity which requires magnitude only to represents completely. So what is a scalar? A scalar is a physical quantity which requires only magnitude to represent completely. So here the direction of physical quantity not requires to represent that physical quantity. Okay, what is scalar? Scalar is the physical quantity which requires magnitude only to represent completely. But so here the direction of physical quantity is not required. Okay, so what it says? So scalar is a quantity which have only magnitude, So in simple form, we say that scalar is a physical quantity which have only magnitude. So which does not have direction. So if any case, if the physical quantity has direction, but to represent that physical quantity, here we don't use the direction of physical quantity. So those physical quantities are here scalars. Okay. So for example, distance. So example for scalars are distance is one example. What is distance? So distance is the total path followed by the object between 2 points. Okay, here the total length of the path followed. So here we does not mention the direction of in which direction he moves. So here we not consider that direction. So that's why distance is the scalar quantity. And area. So area also one of the, so area, what is area? Length into breadth. So this is the area. So here we mention only how much area it have. We does not requires direction for the area. So we can add or subtract, multiply and divide with another scalar. So we use normal algebraic rules only. Okay. So now we define what is a vector. What is vector? So a vector, a physical quantity which can represents completely by magnitude and direction. Okay, a physical quantity which can represent completely. So to represent completely, the physical quantity may have magnitude and also direction. So in simple words, a vector is a physical quantity which have magnitude and direction also, which have magnitude and direction. So here we have one condition, that is magnitude and direction, and obeys the vector triangular law of vector addition, or equivalently parallelogram law. Parallelogram vector addition. Okay, how we define vector? Vector is the physical quantity which can represent completely by using of its magnitude and its direction. So if these two, whenever a physical quantity have magnitude and direction, then the physical quantity is said to be vector if it obeys the triangular law of vector addition or equivalently parallelogram law of vector addition. Then only the physical quantity is said to be vector physical quantity, vector quantity. Change it. Okay. So for example, displacement. What is displacement? So displacement is the shortest distance between initial and final positions. So whenever a person moves from A to B in certain manner, so now this is the distance, the total path length is the distance, but the shortest distance between initial and final positions, so from initial to final positions, so here we mentioned direction, so that's why displacement is the vector quantity. So some more examples are velocity, force. So these are the examples for vector quantity. When we deals with the vectors, so we use some special laws to add vectors, to multiply, to divide. So to perform mathematical operations, we follow some special laws. So the vector notation, generally we take the uppercase alphabets in bold form. So uppercase alphabets in bold form. Suppose to represent vector A. So it is represented as A bar. So A bar. So like this we represents the vectors. So vector A represented like that. So capital A. So in some words small a also, but in bold form. So in thick manner, A bar. So this is the vector A. So in this, the arrow mark indicates the direction, and A is the magnitude. So in A, the magnitude of A is so we represents like mod A. So mod A is the magnitude of the vector. So like this we represents the vector. So how we represent? In capital or small letters, small alphabets with a arrow at the top of the letter. This is the this shows the vector in vector A. So this also vector A. So like this we represents the vectors. Okay, next the graphical representation of vectors. So the graphical representation of a vector. Okay, so further, so in which direction a vector can act on the particle. So in that direction we take an arrow. So the length of the arrow represents the magnitude. So this magnitude in such a scale. Okay, we represents this is, suppose this is 5 kilometer, we represents, so for 1 centimeter we represents 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3, 4, 5 kilometers. Suppose this vector represents the 5 kilometer of length in magnitude, and so this is the direction. So if we take east, west, north, south, so we draw a parallel line here. So this theta indicates direction. So like this we represents the vectors. So vectors may represents the parallel, or so the line in given direction, with a chosen scale. We draw a line, a arrow. So the length of the arrow represents the magnitude of the vector, and the tip of the arrowhead is the indicates in which direction the vector may act. Okay, now we learn how we measure the angle between two vectors. Okay, angle between two vectors. So how we measure the angle between two vectors? So the angle between two vectors is the smaller angle between two vectors when they are same tail to tail or head to head. So the smaller angle between two vectors when they are same tail to tail or head to head. So the angle is taken as angle between two vectors. Suppose if this is one vector and this is another vector. So if we draw a line parallel to vector A, so that is okay. Now the smaller angle. So here we join these two vectors A and B with tail to tail. That's why. So the smaller angle. So this is the angle between these two vectors A and B. So this angle is not. So the smaller angle between two vectors when they are same tail to tail or head to head. Suppose in the same sense. So these two vectors. So this is one vector and this is another vector. If these vectors, or so if we draw a parallel line to A, so now this smallest angle is taken as angle between two vectors. So here the head to head is connected. So here tail to tail is connected. Now, so if like this, so this is not angle between these two vectors. So how we calculate the angle between two vectors? So now we draw a parallel line to this. So I move this B to here. So then this is the angle between two vectors. So the smaller angle between two vectors when they are same tail to tail or head to head. So then only the smaller angle between these two vectors is taken as angle between the two vectors. Now we discuss types of vectors. Okay, so generally the broad classification for vector is, one is polar vectors and second one is axial vectors. Now, what is polar vectors? So, polar vectors. So, here, so in case of polar vectors, we have point of application. So, we have point of application or point of starting point for the vector. But in case of axial vectors, so these axial vectors represents the rotational sense. So, that is angular acceleration and angular velocity. So in rotation sense, so this is the angular velocity at this point, and at this point the angular velocity in this direction. So here we not mention the starting point for the vector, so those vectors are taken as axial vectors. Okay, this is one type of classification. So one is polar vectors and another one is axial vectors. So equal vectors. So equal vectors, same as the name implies, these are the vectors have equal magnitude and same direction. So here the magnitude and direction both are same, then the vectors is said to be equal vectors. Okay, so now parallel vectors. Parallel vectors. The parallel vectors or the vectors have same direction. So this is one vector A and this is another vector. So the angle between these two vectors is 0. But here the magnitude is same or different. But if two vectors have same direction or the angle between the two vectors are equal, so these are in same direction. So those vectors are said to be parallel vectors. And fifth one, anti-parallel vectors. So anti-parallel, same like parallel vectors. So here the direction is opposite to the first vector. So here A is in this direction, B direction is opposite to the A. So that is the angle between two vectors is 180 degrees. If the angle between two vectors is 180 degrees, then the vectors said to be anti-parallel vectors. So here the magnitude may or may not be equal. So next vector is collinear. Collinear vectors. Collinear vectors means, so if two vectors act along the same line, so if two vectors act along the same line, so then the vectors are said to be collinear vectors. So here parallel vectors, so these are the direction, the angle between two vectors is 0, but they are not collinear vectors. So they act along a same line. If these two vectors, so if like this, so these vectors are parallel vectors. But here the two vectors act along a same line, then the vector said to be collinear vectors. Now the next category is, the next type of vector is coplanar vectors. What is coplanar? Coplane, that means if two vectors are lies in a plane, if all vectors are lies in same plane, then the vectors are said to be coplanar vectors. Suppose if this board plane is a plane, in this we draw two vectors. Now these two vectors A and B are in the same plane. If we take like this, so these two vectors are one is in this direction, another one is in this direction. Now, so like this, so these two vectors act in a same plane. So that's why whenever we take two vectors, so whenever we take two vectors, those two vectors are always coplanars. Suppose if we take third vector, so one is in this direction, one is in the direction, another one is. So is it possible to draw a single plane for these three vectors? So it is impossible. So but two vectors are always lies in same plane. Two vectors are always said to be coplanar vectors. So what is coplanar vectors? If two vectors lies in a same plane, then the vectors said to be coplanar vectors. So now the next type is zero vectors. So zero vectors, as the name implies. So the zero vector, if the magnitude is 0, if the magnitude of a vector is 0, then the vector said to be zero vector. So here magnitude is 0, but direction, so here the direction is not specified. So the direction is not at any arbitrary, at any direction we take. So but the direction is not 0. So the vector means it must have direction, but the direction is not specified. But the magnitude is 0. Whenever the magnitude of a vector is 0, then the vector said to be zero vector. Now the next type of vector is unit vector. So if the magnitude is equal to 1, so whenever if the magnitude of a vector is 1, then the vector said to be unit vector. Okay, here the use of unit vector is to indicate direction. So if we multiply any vector with if we multiply any quantity with the unit vector, so the magnitude is not changes, but the unit vector indicates in which direction the quantity may apply. So what is unit vector? If the magnitude of a vector is 1, then the vector is said to be unit vector. Now once again we divide the types of vectors. So polar vectors. So for polar vectors we have starting point or point of application. For axial vectors, so these are, we not mention the starting point. So these are the rotational, these indicates the rotational sense of a physical quantity. Equal vectors, what is equal vectors? If the magnitude and direction of the vector is equal, same, then the vector said to be equal vectors. Parallel vectors, so here if two vectors or in the same direction, that means if the angle between two vectors is 0, then the vector said to be parallel vectors. In this case the magnitude may or may not be equal. What is anti-parallel vectors? So here if two vectors are acting in opposite direction, that means the angle between the two vectors is taken, the angle between the two vectors is 180 degrees, then the vector said to be anti-parallel vectors. Here also the magnitude may or may not be equal. Collinear vectors, if two vectors are acting in a same line, acting along a same line, then the vector said to be collinear vectors. Coplanar vectors, so if the vectors are lying in a common plane, then the vector said to be coplanar vectors. Not only two, more than two. So but always two vectors are lying in the same plane. So we take any two vectors. So the vector said to be coplanar vectors. If more than two vectors we take, if all the vectors are lies in the same plane, then the vector said to be coplanar vectors. Now zero vector. So what is zero vector? If the magnitude of the vector is 0, then the vector said to be zero vector. For zero vector, the direction is arbitrary. Unit vector. What is unit vector? If the magnitude of a vector is 1, unity 1, then the vector is said to be unit vector.